This episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Domain.com. Welcome to Film Riot Mondays. This is the show where we talk about things. I'll take those knuckles because I didn't really know what to say, so that was helpful. Thank you. Posters. A lot of people have been asking about the posters. Hopefully by the time that this comes out, they will be shipped. There was a bit of a delay on those bad boys because I had to sign a bunch of them, and then we released Proximity, plus I had to go down to Austin, so there was a touch of a delay. Now we've been iced in. We have not been able to drive anywhere, and thus trucks have not been able to come here and pick things up so they can be delivered to your person. Hopefully, again, by the time that this comes out, the roads will be thawed, and those will be on their way to you, but they're going to be shipped out as soon as freaking possible. Also, if you did not know, Proximity has been released into the world. If you have not seen it, go here. I'm assuming that we're going to be talking about it today. I have not seen the questions that people sent in, so we could be talking about it today, so definitely watch this before you watch this. Also, you could get a digital download copy of the film on our store right here. It has over an hour's worth of special features, including the on-set experience like we did with Tell. It's over an hour long of just a very honest look of how we made the film on such a run-and-gun, last-minute sort of situation. Also, the soundtrack from Daniel James, which I think is his best work yet. It's amazing. He put extra tracks on there. One was a demo track that he showed me in the beginning before I even showed him any of the film, and some rejected tracks that he initially sent to me, and I had him change one way or the other. So you could see where it started and where it finished. And of course, all these tracks you can use for your films as long as you're not selling it. So as long as it's a non-commercial bit, use it for your film, put it up on YouTube, you have full right to use it. So royalty-free in that sense. Really good for Monday challenges as well. So you can go there for that. That's pretty much all the updating I want to give you. Let's get into some questions. Works at Triune that we do not regularly see on the show apart from Tim. Tim, of course, my older brother who helps handle the money and does a lot of producing work. Him, Josh, Eris, and I really are the main ones. The only other one that's full-time is Amber, my sister, who handles all the merchandising, and she also is my wardrobe person whenever we do films. And then it's really just like 100% a family company, I just realized. Because our mom does helps out with customer service stuff. Then another sister is a wardrobe assistant when we do films. Another sister jumps in and does makeup when we do films. She's actually really good at it. She handled all the makeup for Proximity. And another sister who helps out with assistant stuff. And we have Stark, who's part-time. So
we do have him.
Yeah, so other than Stark, pretty much entirely a family company. Look at that.
We're like the filmmaking Partridge Family.
Yeah, I'll take it. If you could redo anything about Proximity, what would it be? There's a billion things. There is not one single thing. There is a billion things. I think every single scene has just a litany of things that I wish I could redo if we had more time. But it was written in 5 days, shot in 5 days, so I can't be too hard on it, I guess. I mean, but there are some shots that are a bit shakier than I wish they were. There are some shots where the focus isn't nailed, and I wish it was, but we didn't have time to spend it getting it perfect. There, you know, the part where he's cutting off the ankle, I wish there was just a touch of blood there. I mean, I think it works without because of how it was cut. There was some creative editing there to make it fully work, but also, you know, maybe the blood would have made it a little more gory than it needed to be as well. So I don't know, but just a little bit would have been nice. I don't know. There's pretty much every scene has something, but again, as they say, films don't get released, they escape. And this one definitely escaped. What's the hardest part of making a horror actually scary? I mean, in a way, you're answering the question inside the question. The hardest part about a horror film is making it scary. Just that's the hardest part about making something scary, is making it scary, figuring out what's scary. And I mean, there's two different things for me. For me, a horror film should be horrifying, not just gratuitously, you know, cheaply scary with jump scenes and things just popping out, things like that. Those are cheap scares, which can be fun, but if that's all that it's relying on, I call that a cheap scare. A real terrifying moment, something that horrifies you, like what should happen in a horror film, is something that you lead your audience to, that it's just this path into that moment of fear to where you can find that tiny string in the massive room to pluck that perfect note to really destroy your audience. So really it's a matter of thinking of not necessarily that moment, but everything that led to that moment, to once you get there, you have them exactly where you want them and you pluck that string. That's a metaphor, but that's the best I can explain it. I don't even know if that made any sense. Why is the I small in the title of Proximity? The whole idea is that the I represents the character Jake, and that he is the odd man out in this whole situation, and he's the one who is standing in the middle of it all, especially at the end. He is the one standing in between these two things, in between whatever this institution is that's forcing this thing and these other prisoners. He's also in between the character that he's paired with and the hunters at some point. So it's kind of that idea. There's a lot more to it, but in a nutshell, the I was kind of supposed to represent his character being, you know, stuck in the middle of all these things. Will Proximity be released on DVD? I want to add another one to my Triune collection. We will not be making any physical copies of it because that just costs too much money. That's why we did the digital copy. I mean, that still costs money to make and to host, but not quite as much as printing a ton of them. So no, we're just gonna be doing the digital copy, which of course, again, you can get from our Triune store. Has any of your beards become self-aware yet? Yes, Josh's has a blog and it tweets. And the last question is, Film Riot special, will it be happening? There won't be, but calm down. Allow me to explain. Things have been so busy that we have not been able to get to the shooting yet. The same thing actually happened last year, and what ended up happening last year was I missed the entire holiday season because I was working for 3 weeks straight to get the Christmas special done. And I just totally missed that time with my family. And, you know, it's been happening for a long time. I realized it this year, and, you know, I'm always honest with you guys, and I think this is a good thing to tell all of you so you don't make the same mistake I did. I just realized this year that I've been missing out on life, missing out on time with my family because of how much I work, which of course you have to work really hard and you have to be passionate, but I literally work 24/7. I work 7 days a week and a minimum 16 to 19 hours a day, and I've decided to stop that. Filmmaking is my passion, but family should be my number one, and I had not been doing that. I've been putting them on the back burner, and that's not right, especially when you're married. So this year, I decided that family was far more important than doing any kind of work or any episode. Although I love our Christmas special, I'm really bummed out not to have it this year. Family's way more important, and I think you should all think the same. To spend time with your loved ones. You know, film is just this thing. It's wonderful, and we love it, and it is life, but you never know how much time you have with your loved ones. And, you know, my New Year's resolution is to put family first, work second. I got to find that balance. It's really tough, but I'm going to find it. But we'll be back next year for sure. Start earlier, get some more help, and make it epic. Domain.com
is a place to be.
When you need a website.
Yo, go that trees.
We rehearsed this.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we rehearsed it.
We did it. We did it once. The first time we did it was just now, and that's not a rehearsal.
Oh, maybe that was just in my head.
That's weird.
If you need a website, if you're trying to promote yourself on the interwebs, you should be using Domain.com. They got the domain discovery service to help you pick the right name for you. They got reliable hosting service. The whole thing is just, I just love their site. The interface is really simple and nice to use.
It's like Clifford the dog. And
What?
you just jump on the internet back and you ride that thing out.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
That's, no, what?
It's Clifford the big red dog. Domain.com.
They're already affordable, but we can make it more affordable by using the coupon code FilmRiot at checkout. You get 15% off all the goodnesses that you can have. So when you're thinking domain names, think Clifford the Dog and Domain.com.
Logo.
So that's it for today, which means it's time for my short film suggestion of the week. But before I started that, I just realized that I don't have a short film suggestion of the week.
Really?
It's been a very crazy week, and I forgot.
Job.
I know, but it's been, we were in Austin, we released Proximity. I didn't sleep for 3 days straight.
Proximity, just go watch that.
We can't have our own short film as a short film of the week. That's like wearing your own band t-shirt.
Yeah, but if you have it, flaunt it. You know what I'm saying? Son, Gangster.
Go watch Proximity. I feel like a prostitute now. I don't know why.
You kind of are. You do walk the streets at night.
Yeah, it's true. So that's it.
This went well.
It did not go well.
No.
I'm going to go take a 3-hour, 1,000,000,000-hour
That's not an
nap.
hour.
I'm going to sleep for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Except not,
That's
because that
called
would
death.
be death. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I'll see you next time.